My computer froze, so I had to end that last video and start again. But we were about to put a title and the labels, and I went ahead and got a second paper so I could look and see my tables that I'm graphing. These X values are the number of t-shirt or the number of jerseys that I buy. So I'm going to go ahead and label this number of jerseys. And the Y values are how much money it would cost. So I'm going to go ahead and put cost in dollars on the Y-axis. And my title, I mean, it can be the baseball team, baseball jerseys, Jenny's baseball jerseys. You can call it whatever you want that is associated with the baseball jerseys. Okay, so we've got our labels, and now we need to go ahead and fill in our costs and our number of jerseys. So the jerseys go from 10 to 20, and I had a really difficult time with this because there are 20 boxes exactly, and it's kind of silly to label 1 through 10 or 1 through 9 because I'm not even going to start using it till I get to number 10. So then I thought, well, I'll do a little break and I'll start at 10. Well, then they would still only get 1 box each because my 20 would run off the grid. So I finally decided not to put a break on the jerseys, that I would just go 0 through 20 because that's how many boxes I have, is 20. So I'm just filling in every second number so it doesn't get too crowded. And here are my numbers of jerseys. And it still goes all the way to the end, but at least it's not off the graph. Now the cost, it looks like the cheapest cost is here, $210, and the most expensive is here, $420. So if you subtract those two, 420 minus 210, you've got 420 minus 210. It looks like you're covering a range of $210, and you have 20 squares to cover it, which means each square needs to be at least 10.5. Can you see that? Maybe we could go by 12s and just put a break here and start at our lowest number of 210. And if I just go up by 12 every time, I don't know, that's kind of a weird number to go up. Some of you might have decided to go up by 15, but if I add 12 to this, that would be my next one. If I add 24 to this, that would be my next one. So I'm going to start, I'm not going to fill in every single number. It'll be too crowded. So if I add 12 and 12, this would be at 234. And my next one, if I add 12 and 12, would be at 258. Oops, 258. And I'm just going to continue going up by 12 and labeling this. This is 306, 330, 354, 378, 402, 426. Oh, I wrote a 2. 426. Okay, that covers all of my costs there. So, get a different color pen. The blue pen is going to be printed, so I'll just make a little blue box and say this is equal to print it. At 10, the print it is 210. So 10, 210 is this point. At 11, it's 231, which would be about here. At 12, it's 252. And you can see that we're estimating. 13 is 273. It's about here. 14 is 294. 294. Just here. 15 is $3.15. Oh, my lights went out. Hold on. I don't know, maybe you can see that better, but I can't see. Hold on. Okay. Can I just put the 20 at 20? We're 420. So we're going to go up here. You can see what this line looks like. And again, I was estimating slightly, so it was not 100% accurate, but here's my print it. And then we'll do top print. So top print at 10 is $2.25. $2.25. At 11 is $2.43. 43. At 12 it's $2.61. At 13 it's $2.79. These are close. At 14, $2.97. At 15, $3.15. 16, $3.33. At 17, $3.51. 18, $3.69. 19, $3.87. And at 20, $405. So lines aren't a whole lot of difference there, but here's my print it. Oops, messed up. I should have stopped at the 10. So we talked about this already when we were looking at this table. At this point, 15, 315, that's actually the solution. That's the point where the two lines both, the point that they both have in common, that's the point where they cross. So the solution is 15, 315. And we talked about how the jerseys were cheaper at Print It if you ordered 10 through 14, but if you ordered 16 through 20, they were cheaper at Top Print. And you can see, you know, the Y value being cost. See how this red line is on top? That's Top Print. Top Print is the most expensive one up to this point, but then once they cross at this point of intersection, then the red line's on bottom showing it's cheaper there. So that's what we're trying to get you to represent, or to notice. So what does this solution represent? This represents where the cost is the same from either company. And then we're asked, based on our graphs, which company should Jenny use if there are 11 players on the team? Well, if there are 11 players on the team, she should use the blue line, Print It, because it's below the red line, it's cheaper. So for 11, we would use Print It. For 13, still the blue line is lower, we would use Print It. For 15, now that's actually, 15 is actually the point of intersection. It's the same. So you could use either one at 15. But at 17, now you can see the red line that's on the bottom, which means Top Print would be your cheaper choice. Which company should Jenny use to print her jerseys? And explain. Well, it just depends on number of players. If she has anywhere from 10 to 14 players, she should use. And The only reason that I would choose print it for these numbers and top print for these numbers is because it's the cheapest. And so I guess my explanation is that's the cheaper deal. I didn't write those in very nice sentences, but that's what I want you to understand. Again, you're going to have a quiz over this tomorrow. You're going to have a similar problem like this that I expect you to be able to do on your own. This video is up where you can watch it again if you need to. Thank you for behaving today.